Good morning, everyone. It's Ashley with Going Crochetzy, and today I thought I would do something fun and different. I am taking you through a day in my life. And so it's officially 8 o'clock in the morning. I have my son at school now for the day. I wanted to do a day in my life when it was school year because it takes up the majority of my year and how I get through the day when my kiddo is in school. So, the next few clips are just me for the first 2 hours of my day. I typically like to wake up about 6 a.m. and do my workout before anyone else gets up for the day, just so I have some time for myself to move my body, prepare for the rest of the day, feed the kiddo. I pack him up for school, bring him to school, feed the dogs and the cat, and then 8 o'clock is about the time I get to start crocheting. So when I start crocheting in the morning, it's typically something that I am finishing off from the night before. I will show you what I'm working on right now. It is market prepping a bunch of loaf cats. But first, I need to go feed myself because I haven't fed myself yet. I've fed everyone else but myself. I don't do much special for a drink. I don't have like a morning chai or a coffee or anything like that. I have a supplemental drink that I use. And so I get my 8 ounces of water. What I love about this fridge is it tells you how many ounces you're pouring right here. So I know exactly when to stop. And then I do my morning supplemental drink. I'm not going to show you what that is because I am not sponsored. But it's a super green supplement that I use. And then I just mix that up and I have that for breakfast. And then sometimes, typically, my breakfast isn't anything too fancy just because I don't feel like making a big meal for myself. And so I'll have this and like a protein bar. So this is what I'm working with right now. Obviously, I cleaned up my space this morning. I always like to clean up before I start my day, just because it makes me feel better about how the day is going to go. So I have to add the eyes to these guys, fill them, and then stuff them. And then I just need to add some noses to them. This guy is already done. He's already stitched up and ready to go, right, Georgie? Yes. I refilled my polyfill from last night because I used up all my polyfill I had. I also have a bag full of other yarns I want to use for my loaf cats. I have a goal of having about 12 to 14 for my upcoming market, which is only in like 4 days. And I believe after I finish these ones, I'm going to have 11. So not quite as far as I would like it to be, But what I do when my husband is home, we put a little show on that we watch together, and I crochet for maybe like an hour to 2 hours, depending on how long we watch the show for and how busy our day is ahead of us. And I get to crochet and hang out with the hubby. When he's not home, I just do the same thing but by myself. But yeah, so right now we are watching the show From, and it's on what, MGM, I think. We watch it through Prime, and it's a really good show. I think it's from the makers of Lost, and you can definitely tell it's from the makers of Lost if you've ever seen Lost, because it you're basically lost through the whole show. You think one thing and then it completely twists on you, and I like that about shows because I can predict a show like that. So we ended up watching the show for about 2.5 hours instead of just 2 hours, because we had to start another episode to see what was going on from the last episode. You know how they catch you and like they put you on a little cliffhanger between episodes, and then you're like, I have to see the next episode to know what's going on. So anyway, I'm gonna show you what I have done with my Glow Cats, and then I need to go run some errands. I'm gonna go do my grocery shopping today while the hubby mows the lawn. So here is the pyramid of cats I have done. So my plan for the day is to finish the pyramid. So I'm gonna add one more here and then one on top, and that should be good for cats for me for today, and then I can move on to my next project. I am out doing my errands, and I gotta say, this was probably the best day I could have picked to do some errands with you guys, because I found a really good deal again at said discount store. More stuff got shipped in, and so I wanted to show you guys what I got before I went in to go do my groceries. So I've been talking about starting up doing stitch markers again recently, and how I really want to start making them again. And my mom gave me some of her beads to get started on, but I needed all of the like little things that, you know, make them stitch markers, what connects them all together. And so I was told by a friend that there was more stuff shipped in, and so I wanted to show you guys. So I found these fastenings. So you have like the rings, and these things can hold multiple beads on them. And then I got some beads and lobster clasps, and those, I saw someone I knew. And these were all discounted. So the lobster clasps alone were something I really needed, and these guys here. So those are the head pins. I really needed a bunch of those, and then of course the rings. You can always use the jump rings, and so this was a really good deal. Everything was 50% off, so $14.99, so it ended up being $7.50. And then I also was able to find 3 things of lobster clasps. So these have 2 different size lobster clasps and some beads in them. And these are the same thing but in a different package and a different color. And then these are just the lobster clasps on their own. So those were all 50% off. I got more of the eye pins for putting things together, the beads together. And they had a ton of beads too, but I didn't want to spend too much money in there, so I only got this one set because this was the last one of this set, and I really liked the dragonflies, and so I got these as well. So these are usually $8.99, so I got them for $4 or $4.50. So I thought that was a really good deal. So all of this stuff ended up being less than $30, which it would have been like, oh, also I got this bin here too. So this has all kinds of like seed beads in it, just to add to the decoration of so all of the smaller beads, they are hard to tell on with the lighting, but there's some black, some white, silver, gold, kind of more of the multi-colored ones, and so I got that as well. So I got all of these things for less than $30, which is a steal. So everything was 50% off. So I was really excited about that. And now I'm gonna go in and do some grocery shopping. I'm officially home from my errands. I went to my fun discount store, found all those good finds I showed you in the car. I did my groceries, I filled up my car with gas, and now I am home. And I figured I would show you what I did. I finished up another cat. I had him about halfway done before I left to go do my errands. And so he's gonna be added to my pyramid, which means I only have one more cat I need to do today. And now I'm gonna go and film a video for my next vlog coming out, which will be out on Wednesday, I believe. So I'm putting out my vlog for Wednesday, and it's just gonna be how many items I can make within a week to prep for my market. And so there's lots that I prepped, so you definitely want to see that video if you haven't already. And now I have to go check on my dog because he is outside, and I will see you guys in a little bit. So now that I have my video filmed, I have my loaf cat I made finished, I am going to go start some supper now. My kiddo has finally gotten home from school and he is outside playing while the hubby works outside, and I know he has requested my assistance with working outside for a little bit. So prep supper because I have Zumba tonight, and on Zumba nights I try to get supper ready beforehand so that the boys can eat while I'm at Zumba and I can come eat when I get home. And so that is what I'm gonna go do now. Guys, I forgot to give you an update when I left to go do my workout, but I am now done. As you can see, I am a sweaty mess. That was an awesome workout. I love going to that class, mostly just to socialize, because normally I work out at my house. And so when I get out to go do workouts, it's more for the social aspect, to join in and hang out with other people and just get a group exercising. I used to teach group exercise classes. I would do like a dance fit and Pilates and all of those classes. So to get back into that post-COVID is really awesome. I kind of miss doing my own fitness classes, but it's really nice to be able to go somewhere and not have to focus in on me being the instructor and having to be on all the time. It's nice to just be able to show up, do the workout, and leave, and that's it. And she put on an amazing workout tonight. She kicked my butt. We dance and we use weights and have a good old time. She has awesome music. It's just a whole lot of fun. So I am pumped up right now. Now I'm gonna go home, see what the boys are up to, see if they ate or if they are waiting for me. Sometimes they wait, sometimes they don't, depending on how hungry they are. And so I'm gonna go home and have some supper, take a shower, and then do some more crocheting after I put my kiddo to bed. His bedtime is about 1 hour. So once I put him to bed, I get to crochet some more. As you can see, it is now the next day. I never close my video out for you guys yesterday just because it was late, it was dark, bad lighting. So I figured I would finish it for you today. I made the majority of my cat last night. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not finish him last night. I had the whole body made and I ran out of polyfill. And instead of going and getting more polyfill, I was being lazy and I didn't. So I finished him up this morning. I closed up his butt, I put his tail on, and I gave him his little whiskers this morning. And so that completes my pyramid of cats. And here is my pyramid of cats. I had to move them because they fell where they were. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 cats made. Plus I had made another cat last week I forgot about, which makes 11, and I had 4 left over from my last market. So 12, 13, 14, and 15 cats total. So I am good for cats for this upcoming market, and I can move on to more items. So I'm ecstatic that I got that many cats done. I didn't think I had as many cats made as I actually do. So I have my quota of cats made. So now I'm going to be moving on to more items like my Halloween themed items and all of that. So stay tuned for that upcoming video of what I make this week. So obviously you'll see all my cats I made, and then you'll see what else I get to make in the next 3 days time. 3 more days. It took me about 3 days to make all of those cats. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. Add a purple heart emoji if they have purple. If not purple, any kind of heart emoji does, to let me know you got all the way through this video. Like, subscribe, add me to your notifications so you know every time I upload a video. Come check me out on my lives. I try to do a live every Wednesday and Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern time, unless I tell you otherwise, because sometimes I'm busy and I don't get to, but most of the time I try to. So all kinds of ways to join in and hang out. So I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.